Hey, and welcome to the Meditations and Musings podcast. I'm Elena Lipson. I'm a mama, I'm a wife, and I'm the founder of the Divine Self-Care Circle membership and the Virtual Retreat Academy. I don't believe that you have to sacrifice your body, your health, or your family in order to create true abundance and prosperity. I believe in living based on the divine feminine metrics of success, and these include pleasure, play, ease, grace, and a slower pace. Each week, I'll bring you 1 to 2 new episodes. One of these will be a guided meditation that you don't have to do on the meditation pillow, and the other will be a conversation to help you access your inner wisdom, to ignite abundance, and inspire others to do the same. I invite you to join me on this journey back to the magic of a divinely aligned and well cared for you. And now, join me for today's episode. Hello, and welcome to the Meditations and Musings podcast. This is Elena Lipson, your divine self-care mentor, self-care coach, and your guide for today's meditation called How to Awaken Your Intuition with this simple breathing meditation. This particular meditation is one that I love to do actually several times throughout the day in shorter versions. Now, this will take us about 10 to 15 minutes, just depending on how quickly I breathe, but it is so powerful. The one incredible, powerful tool that you have with you at all times. And if you've been here for a while at this podcast, you've heard me talk about this in countless other ways. Your breath is the single most important tool that you have to get yourself into the present moment. That's it. You can learn ancient history, you can learn spirituality, you can learn religious practices. They all come back to one thing, your breath. The breath is what animates life. It's what allows you to get into the present moment, if only for a brief second until we start hearing that mind chatter again. But when you practice mindful breathing on a consistent basis, whether it's sitting on the meditation pillow, whether it's walking outside in nature, whether it's during a difficult conversation, what you're doing is you're giving your body, your mind, and your soul an opportunity to get present and aligned. And it gives you that opportunity to react instead of respond. I've been working on my own breath work for several decades now, ever since I started doing yoga and learned the Ujjayi breath and learned my own capacity and tendency to hold my breath when I'm scared. Whether it was at the top of a mountain, skiing down a hill that I was way underprepared for, whether it was standing on stage, delivering a keynote address or speech to hundreds of people in a room and my body was so nervous, or whether it was giving birth to my son during my 42-hour labor. Breath is what gets you present. Breath is what allows you to clear your energy centers. Breath is what allows you to access your emotions in the present moment. It brings you back from the storyteller of the past, from the fear storyteller of the future. It allows you to assess your situation from your 2 feet on the ground, from your heart beating in this moment, and allows you to relieve some of that cortisol that happens when we're under stress, and allows you to distribute more oxygen to your body. This in turn allows your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems to settle in. What I have found as a self-care coach and having coached women over the last 2 decades is that so many of us, men and women included, even children these days, are walking around with elevated, stressed out, and anxious nervous systems. This is due to the constant stream of input, the constant distraction of social media, the elevated access to terrible and exciting and horrible and outrageous things happening around the world, such that we did not have access to when we were younger. When I was growing up as a teenager, we just simply did not have the constant input of this kind of information. And now we do. So our job as parents, our job as spouses, as friends, as community members is so much more heavy, so much more burdened with knowing that the stakes have risen, that our world is an unsafe place sometimes. That's what the world tells us. That's what the news, the media, the social media tell us, if that's what we're looking at. So it is imperative that we have access to tools like our breath, like yoga, like nature. And I call these tools because they really have become tools. They're not our natural reaction to things anymore. We know how good we feel when we spend time in nature. We know how good we feel after a yoga class or a dance class. We know how good we feel after a nap, and yet we are so stressed out and so hurried and harried that we are not giving ourselves the chance to really rest our nervous system. So it's really important that we have tools like our breath to remember to be able to, at any given moment, whether it's being stuck in traffic or being frustrated by standing in a long checkout line, or having a conversation that maybe isn't going as well, or you're about to have a conversation or whatever, even just life, just daily life, allows you to get fully present, to see the opportunity in the moment, to have a miraculous mindset instead of a stressed out and nervous and anxious mindset. So I want you to really take this and make it your own. The way I teach this particular breath work, and I have lots and lots of them, is I help you breathe into each energy center and to clear it out. And so essentially we're going to be breathing for about 8 minutes or so, maybe 10 minutes. And I want you to really take note of how you feel right now. And I want you to notice how you feel when we're complete. Now, whether you are driving, whether you are walking, whether you're washing dishes or putting away the laundry or whatever, you can still do this. Just don't close your eyes. That's all. You can breathe anytime. Full permission granted, right? It's not funny how we have to learn how to breathe. Well, once you learn this, it's going to be in your self-care toolkit. It's not just breathing, right? Just the remembrance to breathe is really powerful in itself. But when you learn breathing techniques that allow you to really get into your physiology and feel the difference of before, during, and after, that's when you really, really start to play with the spiritual aspect of breath work and the emotional and physical aspect of breath work. Not just to relax in the moment, right? Not just in those emergency moments, like someone says, breathe, breathe. No, I mean like using your breath to access your intuition, to access that inner peace, and to access a presence of mind. So why don't we go ahead and get started? If you are in a position to close your eyes, then find a comfortable seated position, or perhaps you want to lay down, and just go ahead and start finding your normal and natural breath. If your eyes are open, just turn the volume up a little bit and just follow along. And remember to notice how you're feeling now. Are you relaxed? Are you tense? On a scale of 1 to 10, how present are you? How relaxed are you? Do you feel any knots of tension in your body? Just begin to do a quick body scan. Just notice if you're holding any tension in your neck, if you're holding any tension in your face, in your jaw, just allowing everything to soften as you just find your natural breath. We're not controlling it yet. We're just noticing how the breath feels cool on the in-breath and warm on the out-breath. Sometimes I like to find a nice sigh. And that sigh is actually a cue for your body to release its grip a little bit on any clenched or tight muscles. So go ahead and take a nice in-breath and then sigh in your own time, and I'll do it with you. That feels so good in itself. So after a few of those gentle breaths, I want you to start mindfully now, inhaling to the count of 4, holding for 4, and exhaling to the count of 4. And then holding on the exhale. So we're doing a 4 by 4 breath just to get present in our own moment in our own bubble. So go ahead and breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and do that 2 more times in your own timing, and I will do it with you. And I suggest you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Do it one final time. In breath. Hold. Exhale through your mouth. And hold. Now let your breath find its natural rhythm, perhaps a little bit more intentional than you normally breathe. And we're going to start by breathing into each energy center. And on the in-breath, you're going to breathe into that energy center through your nose. And on the exhale, we're going to exhale out of your mouth. And through that, I want to visualize any stuckness. I like to see them as little bubbles of gray energy or dark energy or anything that might be blocking that particular energy center. You don't even have to know what it is. So let's go ahead and start with the root chakra. And we're going to imagine breathing into it. It's just about at your tailbone, a little bit under your tailbone, and you can imagine it as a red bubble. And on the in-breath, you're going to breathe into that red bubble. On the exhale, I want you to imagine all stuckness and negativity breathing out through your mouth. You can give that exhale a little bit of extra energy. We're going to do that 2 more times for the root chakra. In through your nose, into your root chakra. Out through your mouth, releasing any stuckness. Make the exhale nice and long. Do that 1 more time into your root chakra through your nose. In, breathing light and clarity and air, and releasing any stuckness. Now we're going to move on to your sacral chakra. Imagine it as an orange bubble about 2 inches below your navel, kind of like your lower back, between your lower back and your belly. An orange bubble. We're going to breathe in through your nose, breathe in that light, that clarity. And on the out breath, releasing any stuckness, any bubbles of self-doubt, any bubbles of fear, anything that keeps your creativity stuck. That's where our sacral chakra is so powerful at generating that creativity. Do that 2 more times in your own pace. In through your nose, into your sacral chakra. Imagining that orange energy swirling around with this new bright energy. And on the exhale, releasing any little dark bubbles of misalignment, self-doubt, fear, anxiety, worry. Wonderful. You're doing a great job. Now we're going to do the same thing into our solar plexus, this energy center of will, energy center of self-confidence and self-esteem. On the in-breath, breathe that beautiful, light, bright energy into that yellow bubble about 1 inch above your navel. And on the exhale, any dark spots, any self-doubt, any doubt about what you're capable of creating in the world gets released through your exhale. Do that 2 more times in your own pacing. Breathing in that light, bright sunlight energy into your solar plexus just above your navel. And on the out breath, allowing any self-doubt, fear, anxiety to be released on your out breath, to be alchemized back into the world, into the soil, into nature. Nature knows exactly what to do with that energy. It alchemizes it right back into oxygen and life and creation. Now we're moving up to your heart energy, that green, beautiful, bright bubble of light right in the center of your chest, allowing you to give and receive, allowing you to love and be loved. On the in-breath, allow beautiful, bright, light energy to enter into that heart center, into that green bubble of light. And on the exhale, breathe out any of those dark little stuck bits of energy that block you from receiving love, that block you from being fully loved and being able to give and receive generously. And do that 2 more times in your own pacing, breathing in through your nose. Light, bright, clear, nourishing energy into your heart center. And on the exhale, getting rid of those stuck bits of reasons that you don't feel like you deserve to love or be loved, and just letting those go, letting those back into the atmosphere, allowing those to alchemize back into useful energy, because you are fully deserving of loving and being loved on all levels of your life. Next, we're going to focus on that blue, beautiful, bright blue throat center, that chakra center that is all about communicating your desires, communicating your innermost needs and wants, allowing your in-breath to breathe in that beautiful, light, bright, clean, clear energy into your throat chakra. And on the out-breath, exhaling those little bubbles of stuck bits of communication that maybe you didn't say those things you wanted to say, those needs that you haven't spoken yet, allowing that even to be exhaled as a sigh, allowing your voice to be heard. Go ahead and do that 2 more times. On the in-breath, allowing that light, bright energy to infuse your throat chakra, your communication, your ability to communicate your needs. And on the exhale, allowing any of those old bits of uncommunicated words, needs, desires to just be released. Let those go. We don't need to hold on to those anymore. Just create space for that beautiful blue swirl of energy to expand into its fullness without any blocks, without anything hindering your communication. And now moving on up to that beautiful energy in your third eye chakra, that purple, violet, indigo energy in your third eye. It's this beautiful, swirling, opal, lavender mix of colors right about 2 inches behind your brow, right between your eyebrows, maybe an inch up, a little bit back. You can just sense it. It's right in there, swirling with flecks of gold in there for that inspiration. And on the in-breath, allow your breath to go up through your nose into your sinuses and up into that beautiful swirl of energy, of intuitive center, that place where you know without knowing, where you see without seeing, where you sense without knowing where it came from, allowing that breath to clear all of that stuck energy where people doubt you, where you sometimes doubt your own knowing, and letting all of that doubt, all of that fear, all of that stuck energy out on your in-breath, letting that out. Do that 2 more times in your own time. On the inhale, letting that beautiful, clear, light energy swirl that beautiful purple flecked with gold energy in your third eye chakra, swirling it, whirling it around. And then on the exhale, allowing any of those things that stopped your intuition, that you sometimes stop yourself, that maybe other people doubt your knowing, letting all of those little stuck bits of energy release on your exhale and alchemize back into the energy of the universe. You don't even need to know where it goes. Just know that the earth energy knows exactly what to do with that. Once you've completed your third time, allow yourself to just feel the clarity of that cleansing breath into your third eye. And finally, we're going to become aware of that swirling, beautiful, indigo, almost white light, also flecked with lots of gold, ball of energy about 2 inches above your head, above your crown, called the crown chakra. Sometimes we can sense it as a lotus flower swirling. Maybe there's a lotus flower with that ball of energy right above it, holding all that swirl of insight, angelic guidance from above. It's where we are open to those divine downloads, where we are allowing ourselves to be guided by our angels and ancestors and guardians. That's where it all flows through. So on your in-breath, take a nice deep breath and allow that energy to go way up and activate that lotus flower spinning, that ball of energy swirling with this new energy of noticing, of acknowledgement. And on the out breath, allow anything that stands in the way of you receiving those downloads, just sense it being released back into the world on your out breath, out through your mouth. Do that 2 more times in your own pacing, allowing your in-breath to cleanse and bring in new light, new energy, activating that crown chakra to be able to receive divine guidance so that you can easily know what your next highest step is at any given time. And on the exhales, those exhales will release any of that doubt, any of that stuck energy that just happens, that dust. Sometimes by lack of use, things just get dusty. And by lack of acknowledgement, they just stop being heard on a loud scale. They just whisper so softly until you tune in, polish that energy, and listen once again. And now that you've breathed into and cleared out every energy center, let's go ahead and do a final breath that starts at the root chakra, that red chakra, that grounded chakra, the one that allows you to feel like you belong here on this earth, the one that feels like you can take action on your ideas once they've gone through every energy system. Every energy center in your body has been cleared. Breathe into that root chakra and all the way up, up, up through your sacral chakra, orange, through your yellow solar plexus, up through your green heart chakra, through your blue throat chakra, up through your purple, lavender, gold, third eye chakra, and then that beautiful lavender, white, gold filled light of your crown chakra, all the way up, bursting through that crown chakra like a fountain, allowing that energy to just swirl around you as if there were sparkling bits of water floating all around you, infusing your entire aura, your entire energy with the energy and the colors like a beautiful rainbow sparkle all the way around you, filling your entire space, your entire body with the energy and the clarity and the power of each of your energy centers, and comes back through your root chakra so that it's this beautiful system exploding out through your crown chakra like a fountain, infusing your aura and then back into your crown chakra so that your entire energy system is infused with the energy of your energy centers, of inspiration, of will, of heart opening, of creativity, of rootedness, of the magic of feeling your entire energy system cleared out and fully open until you can feel this expansive energy in front of you, on either side, behind you, above and below, and pulse it out with each breath a little bit further so that your personal energy bubble starts to expand out and creates room for your ideas, for your intuition, for your inspiration. So that anywhere you go from this point on, while your energy is activated, anyone that you choose to be around, everywhere you go will feel your illumination, your resonance, your clarity, your magic, with a layer of protection around you in all directions. You don't have to be worried about being seen. You don't have to worry about your energy being too much for anyone. Your ability to breathe into and awaken your intuition by clearing your energy centers is a gift to the world and not to be feared. Allow yourself to feel the difference of this simple clearing breath meditation to awaken your senses and your intuition. Now take 3 nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Do that 2 more times in your own pacing. And when you are complete with those 3 breaths, just begin to notice how you feel in your body. Do you feel open? Do you feel present? Do you feel like, I don't know, what the heck just happened to my body? Do you feel skeptical of your own power? It's all normal. It's all perfect as it is. I would invite you to take some time and reflect on your experience, whether it's through just your own personal thoughts and reflection, or grabbing a journal and just writing out any insights you got, any special intuitive hits that you got during that time, any thoughts that came through, because this is where intuition happens. This is where you start to really feel your body. Everything that you need in order to create the life you desire is living within you. And you just took time to clear out the energy and to sense anything that might be blocking you. This would be a good time to just be in nature for a few minutes, or even take a shower, or write in your journal, just allowing it to really settle in. Don't overthink it. Just allow it to be exactly what it is. And you can come back to this and practice anytime, or do any short version of it. Allow your breath to simply clear out any energy centers that feel stuck. And the more you do this, the more you'll sense what stuck feels like versus open feels like. So I hope you enjoyed that breath meditation, and I hope you feel the difference before, during, and after, and how powerful it is that you can just take your breath and start to activate different energy centers and clear out anything that's stuck. I love to do this kind of meditation before I create something. I love to dance it out and then do a combination of movement and meditation before I create something, before I record this. Anything that has to have my creative energy, my presence, my courage. These are the kind of tools that work really, really well instead of working from your intellect. Your intellect is very, very different. It's a tool of your intuition. It's not meant to be the other way around. You start with your body. You start with the magic that you already have available to you. You activate it, and then you employ your intuition to start creating for you. So I'd love to hear how this was for you, how you felt. If anything really cool came up, find me on Instagram, Elena_Lipson, and leave me a message letting me know how this was for you. And if you found this valuable, I would be so grateful if you would leave a review, if you would rate this podcast, because that's how I'm able to share these tools for free with more and more people around the world. And I just want to say thank you so much, because we tipped over about a week and a half ago, over 18,000 unique downloads. And I'm just so honored and grateful. I am here for the long journey. So I am so excited to celebrate every win along the way. And if you've got something to celebrate, let me know as well. And if you have a topic you'd like me to explore on this podcast, let me know. Find me on Instagram, Elena_Lipson, and let me know there. And as a gift, I'd love to share with you one of my most popular self-care practices, the 3-step magic morning practice, which I have actually shared with over probably 5,000 people now. I've gotten great reviews. People love doing it. I'll be updating it really soon, but it's yours for free. Just head on over to elenalipson.com/gift. and enjoy one of my most powerful practices, the 3-step magic morning practice to activate your mind, your body, and your soul to create a life based on your feminine metrics of success: pleasure, play, ease, grace, and a slower pace. Thank you so much for being here with me. Again, this is Elena Lipson, your self-care coach, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Divine Self-Care Meditations and Musings. Thanks so much, and hey, go take care of yourself.
Thank you so much for listening and learning about the new divine self-care way of being in your life, business, and the bedroom based on the divine feminine metrics of success: pleasure, play, ease, grace, and a slower pace. If you're ready to bust the myth of overwhelm and tap into an inspired start to each day, I've put together a free video series for you to help you start each day with energy, inspiration, and ignite that inner pilot light which attracts joy, magic, and synchronicity. You can access my 3-step magic morning practice to help you ignite your inner light and attract the abundance that you're craving. Head on over to elenalipson.com/gift. And if you enjoyed this episode, I would so love if you share it with a friend, a sister, a mother, a daughter, and please leave a review. That is how the magic starts to ripple out. Here's wishing you a day full of beauty, magic, and divine self-care. I'll see you next time at the Meditations and Musings podcast.